Alright, I'm ready to take 25. I've completed all the Keep on the Borderlands quests, and I completed the level 20 epic quests. So there's no choices here. It's just pretty straightforward. You just up the level. I am going to manipulate my destiny here, and I'm going to actually let me do this. Let me reset my fate points, and then manipulate my destiny. And then I have 3 fate points, so that gives me enough for 2 tier 1 twists. The way the math works on that is a tier 1 twist costs 1 point here, a tier 2 twist would cost 2 points, a tier 3 would cost 3. But I'm going to try to get as many twists as possible. So I'm going to spend 1 point on this. The second one, everything's increased by 1, so tier 1 costs 2 points, tier 2 costs 5 points. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. So now I have 2 tier 1 twists, and if I want to get a third tier 1 twist, it'll cost me 3 points. So to see all the, I'm currently a Legendary Dreadnought, but I want to twist from things outside of Legendary Dreadnought because I already have these. So I'm going to click on Show All, and you want to ignore all the innate. We can only twist the tier 1. So I'm going to twist Divine Energy, and then drag that down to my hotbar. That's the one I already had. I'm just going to retake it, and then for my next one, I have a choice between a Dance of Flowers, which gives me a little bit of extra damage, and Brace for Impact, which gives me a little more defense. So I've died twice so far, last level, and one was when soloing an epic elite quest in Keep on the Borderlands. It was, I call it kind of a sloppy death on my part. I wasn't really um, paying attention to my health. And the second one was similar. It was in Tide Turns. It was a champion got a big dot on me, and I had not noticed it, and I couldn't heal through it. It was just too much damage too quick. So I'm not sure that this would have really been critical for either of those. So I'm going to go ahead and take a Dance of Flowers and go for a little more DPS. I could always reset my twist anytime and change it. I've spent all my points here. If for some reason you can't spend your points, just click on a destiny and click back, and it will show that you can spend points at that point. This destiny takes almost 2 million, I think 1.9 million XP to complete. I think I'm at about maybe 300,000 or so, and so I have a lot to go. So I need to cap this destiny all the way to the top to be able to get my Pierce Adamantine feat at level 26, which I want to take next level. So I'm going to end up holding the level a little bit to cap this destiny so I can get that destiny feat. I will get destiny feats at level 28 and 29, but at 28 I want perfect two-handed fighting, and at 29 I want dire charge. And so my timing is going to be to fill this one all the way to max, take 26, switch over to Sharadi Champion, get 3 tiers in Sharadi Champion, then get 1 tier in Primal Avatar for Rejuvenation Cocoon, which is my epic self-healing, and then I'm going to go to Fury of the Wild and cap that to get perfect two-handed fighting, and I'll need to do that before I take level 28. Then I'm going to go back and finish Grandmaster of Flowers and Shadow Dancer at 28, and I'm going to hold 28 until I get those complete, and then take 29 and take Dire Charge, which is a great crowd control spell that melees have. I'm not sure how good my DC will be as a first lifer, but I think it'll be good enough that it's worth taking. And so that's kind of my plan for Destinies. I was originally planning on running all the epic cards first and then running the epic elites at another level, but I ended up running with guildies that were about the same level as me and were wanting to run the same things. And I didn't think that would take away from the learning of the videos, so I went ahead and did that. So I've earned a grand total of 1 greater token of the 12. That's from a raid, Plane of Night. And then I've earned 8 tokens of the 12 from various quests, and then 233 fragments. The fragments are from individual monster kills. Sometimes we'll give a fragment here and there in an epic quest. And then some quests don't give a full token, they just give fractions of a token. 233 tokens of the 12 is the equivalent of 2.33 tokens. So they can be converted in the 12. So I'm going to pause it while I go over to the 12. So as you get to the Tower of the 12, you just kind of veer off to the right here, and then there's a Epic Vendor and an Epic Altar. The Epic Vendor will let you trade tokens for augments, and this is also where you'll get your heart to TR, and that takes 20 of these 20 of these tokens. This one is for a class reincarnation. This is for a race reincarnation. So we're going to do a class reincarnation this time. So we're going to want 20 of these. We're halfway there. But first I want to convert my fragments. We do that in the Epic of Altar Rituals. So I'm just going to pull out from my ingredient bag. I'm going to pull out my fragments and put them in here. And now when I hit forge, you can see I have 8, and when it finishes, it puts it automatically in the bag. Now I have 9, and I have 133, so I could do it one more time. And now I have 10, put it in the bag. So I have 33 left. I can't do this, I'll just show you what happens. When I do it, it'll just give me an error and say there's nothing you can do with it, or something. So it shudders ominously, then emits a threatening rumble. Nothing else seems to have happened. So I'm just going to put these back in the bag. So now I have 10 tokens and 33 fragments, and then I have this one greater token of the 12. You can convert this to a token of the 12, but we're going to want to save this because one of the things we could do with this greater token of the 12 is combine it with this Mantle of the World Shaper and then the heroic version of this and create a augment that gives 5% XP that basically does the same thing Voice of the Master does. The great thing there is we don't have to use Voice of the Master. We can just put it one of our items, and then and then we're good to go. So we're probably going to do that. I think we'll be able to get 5 greater tokens to the 12 from running Chronoscope against the Demon Queen and Vault of Night, possibly Master Artificer as well. All right, so that is leveling up to 25. 26 is going to be a slightly longer level, or 25 is going to be a slightly longer level because I have to hold it until I cap Legendary Dreadnought so I can get my Pierce Adamantine feat at level 26.